Alright, hello there guys and welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be doing something similar to the last one. As you all know, we got up to this point where we were making our buttons. We had made our first button, or at least our first gradient bar with a changing box. I can actually move this up a little bit, so make the Y position more like 300 and go 100, so hopefully it'll be a bit closer to that bar. Yep, so now we've got them really close together and you can see it's editing it. What we're going to do is we're going to double all of this, so we're going to grab this here, we're going to copy it, paste it 3 times, we're going to drop it down, we're also going to grab this here and we're going to also drop these down like that. Now the way we're going to do this is we're going to go and define another variable called sep being the separation. We're going to have it as set at 30 because that's, actually no, 35, because that's what I worked out would be the best separation for it, for a gradient scalar in between. So now what we've got on the screen is, as you can see, we've got one massive bar, but that doesn't exactly change. Now we want to go in here and we want to add plus sep times, the next one's plus sep times, plus sep times 2, or plus sep actually, and the next one's plus sep times 2, plus sep times 2. Alright, and so what we can see now when we run it, as we can see, we got a split here. We got one, they all slide along at the same rate currently, because it's set to where this one is here. So to change this, we want to go scroll 2 and scroll 3, which aren't yet defined, but we'll define them now. So we got x scroll 1, copy, paste, and we can change that over to a 2 and a 3. And so now this will affect these. We've got our 3 buttons, we want to change that to a 2 and a 3. Other than that we're fine, but we want to go plus sep and plus sep times 2 to get that separation correct. And you can now see we have 3 bars. These ones don't currently work because we haven't got anything set to them, but this one here still works. Alright, that is now done. We can go on to also tripling this. So copy, paste. We can change this to a scroll 2 and a scroll 3. And we can change this to a green and a blue, which currently we can set in here, green scroll and blue scroll. Currently not doing anything, as they still don't work, but the button still works because they're still, this calculation is just working them out to be 0. Alright, so what we want to do now is we want to go into here, we want to go if, and we want to copy this, go down to the next line, paste it. We want to go ahead into here and go elif and elif. We can go into here and change these to a 2 and a 3, and change this x scroll 1 to an x scroll 3 and an x scroll 2, so they change when we're mousing over them. We also then need to go into here and add them to here. So x underscore scroll, x scroll 2 and x scroll 3. Sweet. Now if we go ahead and run this, you'll see we have a scroll 1, a scroll 2 and a scroll 3, and the colours all mix very nicely. Okay, so now that we've got that working, oh my bad, I don't know why that code won't close. Oh my bad, close the program. There we go. Alright, So now that we've got that, that is pretty much it for the buttons. All the buttons work, all the sliders work at this point. And now all we need to move on to is doing the gradient bars. So for this, I've worked out a special way, so a for loop. So for I in range, now this is from 10 to 85, and that's because the bar's 75 long. We're starting at 10 and we're going 75 along, so 75 plus 10 is 85. Now we need exactly the same calculation as we have here, as you can see, and we're going to have this a bit changed though. So we're going to have color calc, and it's going to take the eye position, so how far along the line it is, and then it's going to draw a few rectangles. So we're going to go pygame .draw .rect on screen, and draw it in a tuple of col color 0 0, because we don't want it. We want it to be red, so we want it to be all versions of red, from black to red. We then want to draw it at eye, so the X position eye. Draw it at bar y minus 21 is the first line, and then we want to draw it one wide, so that's going to be a one wide bar, so we draw little squares along the line, and it's going to be 6 thick. Right, let's run this and show you what it looks like. So now you can see we have our little bar above our slider, so you can see how red it's going to be and how black it's going to be. We can do the same thing by copying and pasting this over multiple times to run this differently. So if we go 0 0 col calc 0, that's going to do the green, and then if we do 0 0 col color, it's going to do the blue. And this can be then needs, or this then needs sep times, just sep, and this one needs sep times 2. Alright, let's run this and show you what it does. So you can see here now we have our green, our red slider, our green slider, and our blue slider to add our effects in, and now we have our 15 million different colors. Now I've already done all the positioning for this. I've calculated where it needs to be and moved it around and stuff. So if you copied the last tutorials for the painter, then you can just move it around according to these positions here and the positions down the bottom, if you want it exact. You also need to add this plus 12 and minus 12 to your new button function for button 1. And other than that, you're pretty much, I don't know why there's a 9 there. What did I do that for? I don't know how I added a bookmark there, but okay. Okay, that's all good. But yeah, that's currently what we have for this. If you want to go and add the color, like to make it a button, instead of drawing a rectangle here, what you want to do is you want to go button, have an empty message, an X position, a Y position. I can actually give you those positions, I guess. Actually, let's just draw it in here first, so you know what to do. X position, Y position, width, height, and then you need an active color, which would just be color and color, which is just this one line here. Color and color, and then you need an action which is going to be equal to custom, I believe, which is what I set it to, custom. So if we go back over to our painter, you'll see in our button function, which is at the top, here we've got a custom elif. So our action is equal to custom, our pen color is equal to the active color which is being set. And so then when I run it, I actually don't know, do I have a show clicks? No, I don't. So when I run here, we can go between our colors, pick, like, say we want a sort of purpley pink. We can click it, so I clicked it, and then we can draw on here with it. Now we can then go over and click a red and draw with our red, because we have our custom colors here, or our preset colors here too, and then we can move it back along and say, see, it's changed, but I haven't clicked it, and so we're still drawing in our red, and we've got a custom color here for when we want it. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to the custom color and sliders that I made. Obviously you could do a bit more design to them, where you could add like borders or like a bit more like curved edges or something to make them look a bit nicer, but I found that I didn't really need that too much in regards to making this anyway, and I think the grey looks pretty nice myself. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope this was educational for you, and yeah, I'll see you next time. I was going to draw a person waving, but I can't draw for shit. Kind of ironic that I'm making a painter. But thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. Alright, hello there, guys. You've obviously made it to the end of the video, so you've obviously enjoyed it or had to watch the whole thing at least. So if you could consider subscribing, that would be a great help to my channel. If you have any suggestions for future videos, make sure to drop them in the comments below. Like the video to show your support to me, so that I can know whether you like the content that I'm making. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video. See you.